Hi, my name's Nicole Engel. I'm an attorney with the Salines-Mondello Law Firm. This is Legal Bites from Lisa Law. Just a few short minutes of legal topics in the world of elder law and estate planning brought to you each week. Today we're going to talk about healthcare powers of attorney. I want to start off by telling you a little story. This is a story about a guy named Joe. Joe was in his late 90s when he was diagnosed with dementia. He was living in an independent living situation with his third wife and just doing fine when he started having some signs of forgetfulness and confusion, and he did have a diagnosis of dementia. Well, a few years earlier, Joe had executed a healthcare power of attorney, naming his 4 sons as his co-healthcare agents. The 4 sons got together and tried to figure out what to do with Joe's care. Of course, his current wife wanted him to stay at home and she wanted to care for him. 2 of the sons thought that he needed to go to assisted living, and then two of his sons thought that he could stay at home. There was a big squabble in the family about what to do with Joe's care, and eventually the court had to get involved. The boys could not decide on what to do with Joe's care and how he should have his dementia be managed. So that was a situation that really went south very quickly because of the confusion about who was supposed to make decisions and a conflict within the family. You know, the moral of this story is that it's probably a bad idea to name co-healthcare agents. Just as you have one CEO of a company, you want one decision maker when it comes to your healthcare decision making. A healthcare advance directive, or a healthcare power of attorney, is a document that names somebody to make medical and personal decisions for you when you're not able to do so. Now, medical providers are always going to ask you what you want when it comes to your care. But if you're not able to tell them, maybe it's because you're unconscious, you have advanced dementia, or you're receiving surgery at the time, the doctors are going to look at that healthcare document, see who your agent is, and go to that person for important decisions. You know, when you're thinking about who your healthcare agent should be, it should be somebody who is cool under pressure, who's responsible, who's going to be able to stand up to family members talking in their ears, and who's going to be able to make a crisis time decision. The decisions that might need to be made can be really intense, and it can be an emotional time. So you want somebody that is right for the job. You don't want to name an oldest child just because they're an oldest child, or your spouse just because they're your spouse. You want to name somebody that's right for the job. Now, if you have a healthcare power of attorney from another state, is it valid? It should be valid, of course. In my years of practice, I have not seen doctors or medical providers not honor a healthcare power of attorney because it was out of state. That being said, you probably do want to have an attorney review your document to make sure it complies with North Carolina law, and you probably want to update it to make it a North Carolina document just for ease. You don't want a situation where it's crisis time and the doctors are leafing through the document trying to figure out who the agent is, what authority they have, what the document means. You want them to be looking at a form that's familiar to them. Now, if you don't have a healthcare power of attorney, it's extremely important that you get one. That's one thing that is very important to us in our practice, is making sure that you have the right documents in place so that you have a system for decision making if something happens. If you want to learn more about healthcare powers of attorney, please go to our website, lisa-law.com. You can schedule a consultation with us, or you can go on there and just learn a little bit more about this document and other important documents that we think you should have. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.